The Azores is a chain of 9 islands in the Atlantic Ocean and is an autonomous region of Portugal, meaning they have their own government and president, but still carry Portuguese passports. It's about a 2-hour flight from mainland Portugal and a 6-hour flight from the eastern United States. It's absolutely, unbelievably gorgeous. Much like Hawaii, the islands were created through intense volcanic activity, meaning there's tons of naturally occurring hot springs all over the archipelago. So we met up with our friend and native-born Azorean, João Camara, and asked him to take us to some of his favorite spots on the largest island of the archipelago, Sao Miguel.
Natural hot springs are made of water heated by the volcano, which minerals help to combat allergies, acne, anemia, and parasitic diseases. Besides that, they're great for relaxation, because I think most of people come here just for relaxation and not for the rest of it. What do you think?
Yeah, perfect.
The first spot he took us to was Poça da Dona Beija, a hot spring in the small town of Furnas, a magical little town with naturally occurring steam vents and fresh spring water running through the streets. So fresh, it's actually safe enough to drink.
It's not sweet, it's like, I've kind of gotten used to it now. It tastes a bit metallic.
Yes.
This hot spring used to be a taro plantation, but was converted into swimming pools in 1988 by the government. The water comes from an iron-rich thermal spring located inside of a cave. There are multiple pools, each with different temperatures. The hottest pool getting up to 39 degrees Celsius, or 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Pro tip is to take some of the volcanic mud and use it as a free facial mask. Also, make sure to get there early if you want to beat the crowds. The second hot spring João took us to was also located in the town of Furnas. Terra Nostra Park was built in 1780 and enlarged in 1935. It is by far the largest hot spring on the list and probably in all of the Azores. The water temperature ranges from 35 to 40 degrees Celsius or 95 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Though it looks like a giant mud bath, the water is actually quite clean. It's the high iron content of the water that turns it brown. The entire pool is shallow throughout, so you can walk from one end to the other all without having to get your hair wet. The pool sits inside a 200-year-old garden that's definitely worth walking around. Some people believe that the minerals in the water have beneficial health properties and can help restore your energy. The next hot spring is located on the north slope of the Fogo volcano. Drive up the mountain for some spectacular, jaw-dropping views, then stop by on your way back down for a quick soak. Caldeira Velha looks straight out of Jurassic Park. It's definitely got a more natural and wild vibe compared to some of the others that we went to. There are 3 thermal pools here, each with a different temperature. The first pool has a waterfall, but this also means that it's the coldest. So if you're looking for warmer water, just make your way downstream to the second and third pools, which are closer to the source of hot water and therefore hotter pools. The last hot spring we went to was a bit of a drive to the west end of the island, but also my favorite. Ponta da Ferraria is a hot spring that feeds directly into the ocean. So that it looks like it would be freezing cold, the water is actually quite warm, reaching temperatures of 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. You have to walk down the side of a cliff to get there, but it's 100% worth it. The water near the hydrothermal vents is the warmest, but you can swim towards the colder ocean water to regulate your temperature. The best time to go is during low tide because it means less cold ocean water and more hot spring water. So that's all the hot springs we went to. If you're thinking of hitting all these hot springs on your own, we recommend breaking it up into 2 days. That way you can make sure to get to them as early in the day as possible and beat the crowds. So, which one are you going to first?